Alright, this is Ubaid on behalf of Electronics, and in this video we're going to be talking about product related factors, okay, when it comes to channel length. Okay, so in the past few videos we've been talking about channels, different types of channels such as omni-channel marketing, you got vertical channel marketing, okay, horizontal channel marketing, and channel length has to do with the total number of intermediaries that you have within a channel. Now we've talked about intermediaries as well. Intermediaries has to do with wholesalers, distributors, retailers. Okay, the more intermediaries you have in the business, the longer the channel length. So channel length has to do with intermediaries. And when we talk about intermediaries, okay, there are certain product related factors that impact the number of intermediaries within a channel. Okay, so we have product related factors. And one such product related factor is unit value. And how is this a product related factor, you may ask? Well, guess what? Okay, the more expensive the product, okay, the shorter the channel length. Okay, so say for example you have cars, appliances, boats, okay, you have real estate, okay, so on and so forth. So in this case, okay, the more expensive, okay, the product, okay, if the product is more expensive, okay, obviously it's going to be tough to deal with. Okay, obviously you have to make sure it doesn't get damaged, make sure it stays intact, okay, make sure it's marketable, okay, make sure you don't lose out when storing that product, make sure it doesn't go out of trend. Okay, say for example in the case of consumer electronics, okay, consumer electronics tend to go out of trend really fast, as a result of which if you have an item such as a television, okay, which is more expensive than a wristwatch, a television will have a shorter channel length, a wristwatch will have a longer channel length. Okay, the idea is, okay, the higher the risk, okay, the shorter the channel length. So higher value, this is shorter channel length. So higher the risk, so higher the risk, higher the risk, okay, the shorter the channel length. So shorter the channel length. Okay, this has to do with unit value. Now, apart from unit value, you also have things like perishability. Now, what exactly is perishability? So this is perishability. Okay, so when we talk about milk, for example, it has a low shelf life. When we talk about groceries in general, they may have a low shelf life, which means that they're perishable goods. All right. Now, when it comes to perishability, the shorter the shelf life of an item, okay, the shorter the channel length, because obviously the longer the channel length, the longer it takes for the intermediaries to sell the product, okay, to the end consumer, to the customer, as a result of which, okay, the shorter the channel length, okay, or the more perishable the item, more perishable the item, all right, or we can say the okay, if the item gets spoiled really soon, okay, so the higher the probability of the item getting spoiled, okay, obviously shorter the channel length. So this is shorter the channel length. Shorter channel length. So this has to do with channel length. Now, apart from perishable item and channel length, okay, you also have something called bulk weight, okay, or weight of a product. So when we talk about weight of a product, okay, if the product is heavy, for example, appliances, okay, this is weight. If the product is heavy, heavier the product, the shorter the channel length, right? Because heavier products are tough to deal with. They're tough to move around. Okay, the transportation and shipping costs a lot of money. As a result of which, the heavier the product, okay, the shorter the channel length. So this has to do with weight. Now, apart from weight, you also have standardization. Now, what exactly is standardization, you may ask? So when it comes to standardization, certain goods and products are standardized, which basically means that they're the same no matter where you go. Okay, they may have certain regulations, certain requirements, as a result of which they're standardized, which means they look the same, they weigh the same, um, the dimensions are the same, the length, width, okay, as well as the height is the same, so on and so forth. So certain dimensions are the same. Okay, you've got standardization. So the more standardized a product, okay, especially when it comes to smaller products, products that are smaller in size comparatively. Okay, the more standardized the product, let's say a speaker, okay, or a cell phone, okay, or a laptop, for example, okay, the higher the number of intermediaries. And because you have a high number of intermediaries, what's going to happen is your channel length will be longer. Okay, so higher number of intermediaries, higher number of intermediaries, and longer channel length. So this is longer channel length. So this has to do with standardization. Now, apart from standardization, you also have the technical nature of a product, so technicality. All right. So what does that mean? If the products are more technical, they're more unique in a technical sense. Let's say the specs are unique. Okay, maybe they require a lot of troubleshooting when it comes to servicing the product. Okay, for example, a customized car. Okay, maybe more technical because obviously not a lot of mechanics can deal with a customized car. Okay, there may be a lot of issues to that car. Okay, so on and so forth. So the more technical the product, the shorter the channel length. Okay, which is also relevant to standardization. The more customized the product, which is the opposite of a standardized product, okay, the shorter the channel length. Okay, when you order something which is customized, you usually order that customized product from a manufacturer. Okay, not the wholesaler or the retailer, but the manufacturer. The manufacturer will be able to make that material, will be able to make that product, finished product for you. Okay, as a result of which, when you give those dimensions to your manufacturer, they're able to create a customized product for you. And that is the reason why this product will have a shorter channel length with fewer intermediaries compared to a standardized product. And because it has fewer intermediaries compared to a standardized product, okay, it is also relevant to the technical nature of a product. So the technicality of the product, okay, will be higher, which means it will be more technical in nature. There might be more troubleshooting relevant to that product because obviously, if you have a customized car, okay, there are a lot of things that can go wrong. okay, with a customized car. And because there are a lot of things that can go wrong with a customized car, okay, the technicality of that product goes up, as a result of which, okay, the technical nature of that product. So this is technical nature of the product. So technical nature of a product. All right, and because of this technical nature, what's happening is, okay, the channel length takes a hit. Okay, so it will be a shorter channel length. So this is shorter channel length for more technical product. Now, okay, a product life cycle. All right, so we talked about introduction, okay, where the product gets introduced in the market. Okay, growth stage, where the product grows, the market grows for that product. Okay, the number of consumers you may have for that product grows as well. Okay, maturity phase, okay, as well as the decline stage. Now, when it comes to your product life cycle, okay, your product life cycle also impacts, okay, your channel length. Okay, so product life cycle impacts channel length. So this has to do with product life cycle. All right. Now, apart from product life cycle, you also have profitability, which also impacts channel decisions. Profitability impacts channel decisions. So more profitable the product, right? The more it will impact the channel length. So it impacts channel length. So these are different product related factors that impact the channel length. So different product related factors that impact channel length. Alright, so that would be it for this video. On behalf of V Electronics, this is Ubaid. Have yourself a great day.